Yo, hey guys. Um, Wanted to let you know what was up. I've been taking it for 10 days, I guess since last Thursday. Uh, Explain my situation. I was injured my spinal cord at cervical 5-6 when I was 16. And I'm 50 now. I've taken fairly good care of myself, been around, done a lot of things, traveled. I have a 27-year-old daughter. Uh, she lives in Florida. Um, yeah, I moved back up to BC. Well, you can see how I do things. This is my it's upside down. There you go. Um, anyway, you get the idea. The product, I like it. I mean, I waited for 10 days because I'd like to give it more time to really be a judge of how effective it is long term. But I was so impressed. I mean, the sensations you have as a guy in a wheelchair for 30 some odd years are not easy to describe for people that are walking to relate to. So you really have to. It becomes a process of analyzing experience, staying calm, deducting from available information. When you feel some kind of discomfort. Discomfort always travels through the autonomic nervous system, which in my case, for whatever number of factors, became oversensitive some years ago and started causing me to have seizures even up to that point. I was desperate not to take anything for it. Eventually I succumbed to, or caved to the fact that it was either, suffer with these high blood pressure bouts, they're called autonomic dysreflexia, or um, take something and not end up in the hospital or in the emergency. Oh, what happened? Yeah. So I have been taking a low dose of something called baclofen and one called gabapentin. There are two medications that are prescribed to probably most or many quadriplegics. Especially up here. I don't know about the States, but in Vancouver and Canada, yeah, it's a commonly prescribed combination of medications that basically control nerve pain and just they dull the nerve sensation right at the root where it comes out of the spinal cord. So it does have some side effects over the years. I've been taking it for about 10, 15 years, and I've kept it to a minimum as much as possible. But so when I took this, um, immediately the nerve pain, even with those medications, I'll have them all throughout the day, and I'll try to do work on projects, and I would always be anticipating, oh, the next time one of those bouts hits me, I'm going to be, just dealing with, waiting for it to go away, or having somebody come over. It would be like a little wrinkle here or something. Things would just set off a nerve reaction in my leg or my toes or anywhere that was in my lower extremities, and it would just make, the symptoms are basically sweats, muscle tightness. The worst part, though, happens in the brain, and what you get is a sensation. This is the part that's hard to describe. Um, the best I can kind of describe it is like, imagine, you're running along and you frickin' stub your toe in the worst way, okay? What happens after that? You think about it for a minute. Your body, first of all, you'll probably drop down to your foot and grab it, right? Stop running. You probably stop running. So right there, you in your mind, you're thinking, oh, I made the decision to stop running because my toe, I got to take care of my toe. Well, fair enough, you made that decision, but your body, basically demanded that you did it, and you just complied, right? So in my case, my body demands shit, and I don't really know what it's responding to. You know what I'm saying? Like that, but it demands a response like all the time because it's overreacting. It's like, oh shit, what's this? And then it sends a signal to the brain, no response, immediate response. It goes, oh shit, what's going on? And then it keeps shouting louder and louder. And basically the way it shouts is it causes your blood pressure to go up, and it causes other autonomic nervous system reactions, which are all uncomfortable. And like I was about to say at the beginning, the worst of it is it's like inside your brain, you feel your brain tighten up, your whole head tightens up. You feel, it's just horrible. It feels like, and then other autonomic nervous system responses that I could remember from when I was walking. I was actually quite an athlete when I was 16. Man, I could just run for as long as I wanted to, and basically push myself through. I was doing some extreme thing, climbing, and made a bad decision, or and just gravity won when I thought I could do something that would beat it, right? So that's how I ended up in a chair. So all these years later, like trying to analyze these sensations. So I start taking this. None of it. No, not none of it. The province in Canada or the group of people, but none of it. I didn't experience any of that dysreflexia, which is basically in my mind, I had come to the conclusion that it was probably, going to be my biggest challenge throughout the rest of my days here, right? So it was not a light thing. I've had, and if there's something serious, it overreacts to the max. So since I've been taking it, like I said, none of the dysreflexia. I still have gotten some of the muscle reactions, which are no fun either. Basically, what goes along with the dysreflexia is kind of your muscles start to tense up after a while, and then they start to pulsate in sort of a rhythmic pattern where your heart rate increases with each activation. Sorry, I got the Seahawks game on, and I keep looking over to see what's going on. It's a really tight game, it just keeps ramping up like a motherfucker. With the dysreflexia, it's life-threatening because it goes faster, and you can't eat. The dysreflexia, like I said, it goes in your brain, so it's hard to think rationally while that's taking place because it's like your brain muscle is being bombarded with like electric shocks. That's what it feels like, and so you can't think. Now I get the reaction in my muscles, but I'm calm as a cucumber. I'm like, all right, what do I got to do? All right, it's probably this, probably that. Yeah, and in most cases now what I've deducted it to be is just an overwhelming amount of energy just pent up within the muscles. It's trying to release itself, right? It wants to run. I want to run like a motherfucker, right? And or do something, right? Get a fuck, man. I want to get laid and all that, but not just like be a passive. My body wants to participate, right? It wants to jump, and it can't. But I'm okay with that. I just have started working out more. I've started to, anyway, it's had a number of positive effects, including, you know, my voice, my expression, my confidence level in terms of just knowing where I stand on things. You know, the lack of that dysreflexia sensation is a big part of it, because it's like, okay, now I don't have to get shocked in the brain all the time. You know, I can start to, like, my brain can actually chill a little bit, and whoa, good catch. Holy shit. And yeah, go. Seahawks standing up. And analyze, you know, sensations, analyze situations, analyze patterns, analyze, you know, my behavior, my habits, whatever, everything, you know, like I can finally go whoop and slow my brain down and start, you know, piecing things together instead of being whoop and just like, you know, okay, what the fuck, how am I going to deal with this, you know, and then being like, oh, motherfucker, that was bullshit. And, you know, so, you know, that's my that's my review for today. So, going forward, I'm developing my own method of taking it, because you know, I tried a teaspoon in the morning, but, you know, by the evening it kind of wears off, and then I actually felt so good initially. Just one more thing about that, I cut back on the baclofen in half. I had been taking it 10 milligrams 4 times a day, and I cut that to 4 times a day. I tried to go less on the GABA, but man, I did it too quickly, and I started having like problems in the morning. So what I did was I staggered the pills on the time. I changed the time getting ready, and anticipating the time getting my body ready for, I'm going to try and get off reduce the GABA by 1 pill a day. Take 3 of them, one every 8 hours instead of 4 of them. Because I know there are quads out there that aren't taking this shit like I am. They don't. My motor neurons or something is operates at high rate, and that means I'm hypersensitive to things. I don't mind that, because my body operates very well. My metabolism's high. I'm healthier than most guys my age, but man, I have a lot of electrical energy in my body that just it just starts buzzing and making this reaction take over, right? So I gotta be more active, you know, and so yeah, I reduced the medication. I tried to a little too fast, and then I was like, oh shit, what am I doing? What, you know, is this stuff having another reaction? I was like, no, I'm just going to ease off and take, you know, go with the reduction of half of the baclofen, and be happy about that for a little while. Let my body, you know, ease into that, and then cut back on the others, you know, because be glad that I don't have the that dysreflexia, and just be able to get back on my projects. And I'm excited. I'm really happy about that. And you know, I'm still nervous because that reaction in my brain. But you know, I've been watching a lot of things and reading a lot of things about just, you know, moving past all that energy. You know, like the doubting energy, right? I don't need that shit anymore. So yeah, it's been good. I'll let you know. Yeah, my body, my cock's been hard. Like, hey, if any of my friends watch this, and they don't want to know tough shit, right? But yeah, it's been working like better than it has been in a long time, because I'm eating really well too, and I'm sleeping better. Get my skin. Oh, I've had problems with my skin, my posture in the chair. I always had this crooked situation where I would sit crookedly because I had a hip injury at one time. You know, but since I had this, been sitting straight up, no movement on either hip, straight up and down, right in the chair, no trying to get all situated, no fixing shit all day long. Just get in the chair, sit on it, and I'm good to go. Well, of course I need to make extra space down here, because the D is not having enough room down there. But oh shit, the timer. just turn my monitor off. There we go. Alright, that must have been like 10 minutes or something. Alright, I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all, bros, and upload this to YouTube.